Hello and welcome back to the daily study of the Way of Mastery. Today we continue with Lesson 2, You Create Your Experience. Section 5, What You Decree Is. And we're going to look at paragraphs 1, 2, 3, and 4. So Jeshua says, I would ask you now to begin to put this into practice. So wherever you happen to be, stop for just a moment and truly become aware of where you are. Where are you? Are you not having the experience of seemingly being within a body? Do you not seem to be abiding in a room somewhere? Are you not within an environment in which there are certain weather patterns going on around you? Perhaps there are sounds coming into your ears. Can you truly be aware of where you are now? Can you feel the weight of the body as you stand upon your feet or sit within your chair? Do you notice the tension in the neck? Do you notice the racing of the mind if that is going on? Can you begin to bring awareness to exactly what is from a place of innocence and non-judgment? You have a saying in your world, it is what it is. That is the beginning of wisdom. You will discover that what is what you have chosen to make of it. Be therefore where you are now and deliberately decide to accept wholly that what you are experiencing in this very moment has no cause whatsoever except your choice to experience it. Rest assured, whatever the mind may try to say, if you did not wholly want to be right where you are, you would not be there. If you are in a body in the field of space and time, rest assured you desired it, you chose it, and it is here. So I read this slowly, intentionally. This is not about just information, listening to this at 2x speed, this one. This is an exercise that Jeshua is inviting you to do. And see if you can do it today, as often as you can remember. See if you can do it for the next week if you can remember. Noticing where you are, what's happening around you. Meditation, mindfulness meditation, invites us to be more of an observer of our life, of the thoughts that come in, and if we let them, the analogy like Jeshua says, like clouds, they pass on by. And just observing with innocence and non-judgment. And then Jeshua just goes back to, this is the theme of this lesson, that whatever is, you have chosen to make of it. So wherever you are, deliberately decide. And he says that twice. I didn't just make that up. It says it here twice. Deliberately decide to accept wholly that what you are experiencing in this very moment is no cause except for your choice to experience it. Hard pill to swallow for the ego. If you're in the midst of financial turmoil, if you're experiencing health challenges, if you are feeling stuck in your life with no purpose, Jeshua is saying that you have chosen this. Now, you may not be conscious of why you chose it, but this has been his message from the start. You are that powerful. This is the gift from God, that you are a creator made in the image and likeness. And nothing comes to you without your consent and choice, is really what he's saying. And he says, rest assured, whatever the mind may try to say, whatever your thinking may try to convince you, if you did not wholly want to be right where you are, you would not be there. Like, there's no wiggle room in this. This can seem, what's the right word I'm looking for? It can feel like, it can be really threatening to the ego. Like, why would I choose this? I would never choose this. This is, I don't know, whatever the new term is of what this could be. But to me, this is empowering. And it makes me think, it makes me ask, why am I choosing this? And on some level, it actually doesn't even matter. Maybe the bigger question is just, do I want this? And if I don't, am I willing? Can I choose something else? So Jeshua says, if you are in a body in the field of space and time, if you're having this human experience, you desired it, you chose it, and it's here. Why would you choose it? To learn, to grow, for the joy of it, for the fun of it. We take things so seriously. Maybe we're just like, hey, I want to experience what it's like to be in a body and feel lack and loss and pain. When our soul knows none of those things are real. Maybe it's a game. Maybe it's fun. Maybe it's like, hey, I want to go to an adventure. I was having this conversation with somebody yesterday where it's almost like that computer game, The Sims. It's like, you have a life in The Sims. I've never really played it, but I'm familiar with it. You create a character, you live a life, and you can delete your character and start a new one. And you could have 1,000 of them. You could have 1,000,000 different lives in The Sims and try different things in different lives. Right? If it's a simulation or it's a situation where you can just incarnate and choose what you want and choose what you want to experience, then our oversoul, our highest self, Jeshua is saying, is the creator of every single experience. So we're not victims on any level. So if you don't like what you're experiencing, 1, take responsibility for it. Just consider that. I've created this. I've chosen this on some level. 2, look at it with innocence and non-judgment. 3, you can ask for help. Ask Jeshua to see differently. If that's your intention, to experience differently, ask for Jeshua's help. And then keep making that choice to choose kindness, to choose to see love, to choose to see the divine in all things, to choose compassion, to choose generosity, to choose to know yourself rightly instead of identifying with the small self, the ego self. So a little exercise that Jeshua invites us into today, a powerful exercise. Practice it and see what comes up for you. Thanks for listening. If you get value from this, like, subscribe, share, send us a note, hello@revelationbreathwork.com. So glad to be on this journey with you. I love you, and we'll see you next time. Hey, before you go, remember how Jeshua allowed the crucifixion as a final test of faith and love and a demonstration that death is unreal? Well, we're not asking you to endure anything nearly that tough, just to brave Facebook. Join our Living the Way of Mastery Facebook group to connect, dive deeper into the teachings, and get your questions answered. It only takes a few minutes. Go to facebook.com/groups/living the way of mastery. See you there.